Hello everyone, welcome back to Avonlee's channel. Today we're going to talk about wet on wet technique on Aquaboard. I actually looked up the technique to see what I could find on YouTube and I found nothing on it. I found a lot of wet on wet videos and a lot of Aquaboard videos, but nothing about the wet on wet technique. So I wanted to try it on my Aquaboard to show you how it works. If you're familiar with wet on wet, you'll know that you put water down first and then lots of layers of paint while it's still wet so they blend together in a beautiful blurry effect. Aquaboard is a textured surface, so I'm thinking it's going to act a little bit different, but we'll see. So this is the setup I'm working with today. This is the girl on her Aquaboard, and I'm going to go all around her in with wet on wet greenery, and then I'm going to do little details after that. So for wet on wet, you mix up puddles. So I have a light green, a darker green, and like almost black, just a little bit. So with those four, I'm going to mix it on my Aquaboard after I put down water. Aquaboard, for some reason, turns brown when you put water in it. Don't be alarmed by that. I don't have paint on my brush, it just turns that color. And it'll turn back to normal once it dries. All right, now that's all watered down, it's time to see what happens to the water. It's not spreading out super far. Then I'm also not spreading it side to side. Let's see what happens. I put a little bit of green next to it. Okay, now we're gonna see if we bend this, what happens. Oh, there we go. Had enough water on that right side, but not on the left. It dried pretty fast. So that's good to know. Like, once you put your water down, put it down. So I'm gonna have to work fast. It is spreading nicely if there's enough water on there. Otherwise, it's pretty stagnant, but blends really nice. So interesting thing I discovered is that if it's not blending right, you can just scrub it and it's going to blend it beautifully. Scrub out that line there and look at the line there, just scrub it out and it washes out beautifully. So the next thing is Aquaboard is not like paper where it does not break down, so you can go over your mistakes multiple times. So I'm actually scrubbing out this area because I don't like it, and then I'm going to lay down some wet on wet on top of this to see what happens. Alright, so you'll see it's working. I'm just going to bend it back and forth just like normal watercolor paper, just to make it blend together. I'm actually going to put some more pigment in the middle. Doesn't look like there's enough. Oh yeah, it's going into the dry area. That's crazy. Runs a lot better than paper. I like that look a lot better if I'm patient with it than all of these random squiggles. So I think I'm going to go over all of this and change it up. Also, if you like this video so far, please give it a like and subscribe. So I have discovered you don't need to go over the whole thing all at once like normal paper. You can just do little bits at a time. And that's what I'm doing. It's working out great. So this has too little water, so it's not running at a good rate, especially because I added gouache into the mix. So we are going to just add some more dark and blob it. And then just add spatters of water. That's gonna help move the paint to, there we go, better flow. Kind of a cool look too. Okay, I love the drips that the Aquaboard created and then just lets it there. So often it'll just soak into the paper, but this seems to sit right on top. So it kind of looks like an oil paint technique. So for this dark green, I am mixing actually a gouache, emerald green, with burnt umber watercolor. And it makes it a very thick consistency, even with water. That you'll have to add quite a bit, and it makes a nice big puddle. You always need more than you think you do with wet on wet because the water spreads, so you need a lot of it. Alright, so I've been holding it upside down for a while and encouraging these drips. And now if we pull it this way, you see it kind of looks like a cool effect texture. And there we are, wet on wet on Aquaboard, all done. So I'm going to fill her in with some details of grass going over it and everything, but so she doesn't look so stark with a wet on wet. But there it is. It's still drying a little bit because there are some pretty big puddles. All right, we have about wrapped it up. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like this video. Please comment below if you found this video helpful or if you would rather have different techniques for me to try on Aquaboards or other things. Thanks, bye.